Hello guys, welcome to the next video tutorial on Java programming for beginners. And in this video, we will see what is method overriding and how it's different from method overloading. So in the last video, I have shown you how and what is polymorphism and how we can use it, right? So we have defined a superclass, which we call it as a bank, and it was having one method called get interest rate, which returns the interest rate of the bank. Okay, and we have defined a subclass which we call it as bank ABC, which extends from bank class. And let's say for now it doesn't have anything, so it doesn't have any implementation. And now whenever we create the instance or the object of class ABC using the reference of bank ABC, or using the reference of bank class, which is our superclass, then what happens? Let's see. So it returns you 0, right? Because here in the superclass it has the method get interest rate, and which returns 0, and here there is no implementation of get interest rate, right? So whenever we define a reference which points to the object of the subclass, which in our case this is bank ABC, and when we call this get interest rate function, it refers to this function which is in the superclass, right? Now for example, we introduce a function which has the same name and same return type and same number of arguments as in base or superclass. Okay, so I have the same implementation in my subclass also. The only difference is it's returning 5 and our superclass was returning 0 interest. Okay, and now earlier the interest rate returns was 0, and now when we run the program it returns 5, and this phenomena is called method overriding. And method overriding is nothing but the changing of the implementation of the method. Okay, so earlier the method which we were using for getting the interest was this one, get interest rate from the base class. But as soon as we introduce a new method in a subclass which is same and it's returning different interest rate, and we define the object of the subclass as a reference, then you see it's returning 5, right? So your base class or your object will always take the latest or the most recent method which is defined. So this is the most recent method, and it's happening at the runtime. That's why it's returning 5. So this is called method overriding. Now there are some rules for method overriding. The rule of method overriding is you must have same number of arguments, same name, and same return data type for overriding a method. So for example, this get interest method was returning integer and it doesn't take any argument. In here also we have to whenever we want to override the method which was there in the superclass, we have to define the integer return type and with no argument. If we do it something like this, int for example this thing, this will be called method overloading, and this will not be called method overriding. So this takes us to what is the difference between method overloading and method overriding, right? So generally method overloading we use in a same class, right? So in this, if we want to do it, we can do it something like this, and we can return int abc, something like this. Okay, and this two method are called the method overloading. So this method is overloading our previous method, right? So this generally happens in the same class, and whenever you do the method overloading, this return type can be different, the arguments can be different, but the only same thing here is the method name. So in method overloading, only method name should be same, but you can change the return type or number of argument also. But in the method overriding, you cannot change the return type or the number of argument. Okay, so this is the main difference between method overloading and method overriding. So I hope you have understood the basic concept of method overriding and what is the difference between method overloading and method overriding. So that's it for this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye.